Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. This is Real Talk with Coach Sherry. And this channel is about workforce development, career readiness, entrepreneurship, and of course, real life, real issues, and real talk. We are here. It is Friday Night Live, and I'm excited to be here. I know once the chat starts jumping, it's going to be a lot of questions for my special guest. If you have not already subscribed to this channel, I invite you right now to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell for notification. Give this live a thumbs up. Also, please be sure to share this live out with those who you know might be interested in this topic. I'm going to be talking about starting a business in the midst of a storm. And that is what my special guest tonight has done. And I am just blown away by what she's doing and her product. I mean, I am so proud of her. She's so inspirational to me and motivational as well, and supportive to so many YouTubers out there. I see her everywhere supporting and encouraging others. And before I bring her up, I just also wanted to let you know tonight's live is being sponsored by Creative Minds Create. I encourage you to go to their website. They have been an awesome sponsor of my Friday Night Lives. I am so grateful for them and for them to even see the value in what I bring to want to be affiliated with this channel. They have amazing gifts that you can give to someone special in your life, that person who is hard to buy for, that person who really loves that personal touch. And these gifts give you that personal touch. They take your picture, any special photo that you may have, a photo of your children, a special event, a special occasion, a special memory, and they put it on jewelry. They have silver and gold tone necklaces and bracelets, and it is a beautiful keepsake. So I highly encourage you, when you get an opportunity, go to Creative Minds Create and check them out. I appreciate that. So you know, I love business. Business is really what makes the world go round in terms of the economy. And when you have your own business, there is no ceiling. There's no levels that you can't leave in terms of opportunity and growth. And having multiple streams of income is very important. If you are growing your YouTube channel, you definitely can consider YouTube one of your streams. But what I've been noticing here lately is that a lot of YouTubers have additional businesses that they also market here on YouTube. It might be businesses with another direct sales company, or it might be something that they creatively decided, I'm gonna turn this into a business. There's a lot of authors here. And so when I see them doing their thing, I'm like, wow, that's great. This is a great platform. You build up your base, and then you show your offering, you share your offering. And I think that is really, really awesome. And my special guest tonight is going to share how she did it, what it is that she's doing, and I just can't wait for her to share it. I highly recommend you get your pen and paper ready to take down notes and capture the nuggets that are going to be shared tonight. I am going to ask you periodically to add certain things in the chat. If you have questions, I invite you to put those questions in the chat, and we will definitely get to them. I want to welcome in Vern's Junk Closet is in the building, and Edward Smart. Hello, good evening. Thank you so much. Vern is one of my mods, and she does a phenomenal job. I really appreciate all that she does. Vern, periodically, please, can you drop your link into the chat, as well as my special guest and any of the other mods that are in? If you can at some point drop their links as well. I'll also remind everyone later, but I highly recommend, people that come to my live are good people. My guests are great people. And, please let this be a connection opportunity as well. I see Vernell Livingston is in the building. I appreciate you for being here, sis. Thank you so much. You guys, you could have been anywhere else on a Friday evening, and you decided to spend it with me. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I can't wait to bring my guest up. I see her there waiting anxiously in the wings. And, I appreciate her for for agreeing to be on my live tonight. She could have been anywhere, been doing anything. And she said, you know what? Yeah, I'll come on your show. And I appreciate that. So without further ado, I see Mike 2.0 is in the building. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being in the live. Please remember to thumbs up the live. I appreciate the activity that you guys do when you're in the live. This is a great platform to communicate and learn. Get your pen and paper ready. And without further ado, this young lady is a YouTuber. To me, she is a big time YouTuber, and she has a channel with her son. Oh, this show right here is dedicated to my son. I forgot. I didn't forget, but Lord, forgive me. Today is my son, my oldest of three's 22nd birthday. And I love my son so much. I am so ultra proud of him. He is an amazing, dynamic young man. And his future is so bright, it's blinding. And I just want to let you know I'm dedicating this show to him. Happy 22nd birthday, C-Trey. I love you so much. He's an amazing big brother, son, and all of the above. So I wanted to put that in there. So this, and my special guest reminded me of that because her relationship with her son reminds me of my relationship with my son. And it's just that they show theirs on camera, and it is really refreshing. They have a great YouTube channel. They do a lot of mukbangs. They do product reviews. She does a lot of, hauls where she has gifts, and, she will open them up in lives. And all along, I've noticed her head wraps. She wears these beautiful head wraps, and especially in the middle of the pandemic, I remember she was having head wraps and matching masks, and I hadn't seen it. I always thought that would be an amazing concept, but she actually had it, and they are so beautiful. And come to find, she's developed a business, a head wrap and face mask business. So her YouTube channel is Picky Dell. And I'm going to put that up because many of you in here may know her already. So if you don't, please be sure to capture. And this is her, Picky Dell. And I have Momma Dell on with me tonight, you guys. So let's give her a round of applause and welcome her. How are you?
Round of applause for you too.
Yes, you guys, I have Momma Dell in the building, and I see that 12 Bells is in the house, and she's excited to see the special guest. I never told them who it was going to be. I like to keep them in suspense.
Yes, when I saw the video yesterday, I said, "Oh, she just doing them wrong." You was just like, "Put it down in the comments. Tell me who y'all think it is." And I didn't want to. I say, "Well, should I comment or should I not comment? Because if I comment, I'm probably gonna give it away."
Yes, and I was thinking you were going to comment, and I was like, if she comments, I wonder what she's going to say. So I'm kind of glad that you didn't, but I did want to make sure that the YouTube community knew that it was you, and that's why I definitely put your logo and your image on the flyer. So hopefully that has captured them. But I get a lot on the replay, but I know that this information that we're going to discuss tonight is going to be something that's going to go down in the ages. So replay, share out, all of that is going to be great information that's going to be useful in whatever type of business. So the name of your business is Geauxdian Couture.
Couture. Yes, that's the name of it.
Okay, so, and I'm going to put the name up so everyone can catch that as well. She has a wonderful website. And you know what I like about your website is how you can see who's buying. People all over the country are grabbing up her items.
Yeah.
So where did you get the name from?
The name is from my family, actually, because we are from New Orleans and we've been in Houston now since Katrina, but all of my family is back there. So we kept going back and forth because it's me and Lee that we're partners, right? So he wanted one name, I wanted another name. So that was the hardest part of this whole situation, to tell you the truth. It's just a simple name because you want it to mean something, and you don't want it to look a certain way, or you want it to really express who you are. So it's kind of like, it was like back and forth between me and him. So then I was like, look, I said, well, what if we just go with, where we come from? You come use our roots, where we from, because we're from New Orleans. My great-great-grandmother French, my great-great-grandfather Black. So, we're Creole. So I say, well, because he was trying to keep calling it something exotic, meaning
Like
different people. But exotic to me sound like some kind of stripper stuff. I'm like, no, son, I don't want no exotic in the name. And I guess my names was too holy for him. And he was like, Mama, but we got to think if we have this and we have that. So it was the name that took us the longest. But the name is my family's name. But when we put the name in there, somebody else used it. Somebody else using it. So we had to spell it different. The original spelling is Gaudin, Geauxdian, which is the same thing. So we just took it and we put the Creole flair on it. Go, because go, like Gruix, go Gruix is go in French, and that is the Geaux. And then the Dan is like divine, close to God, so like we brought it and broke it down together to have a meaning, not just a name you're putting on. So there is meaning behind the name.
I love it. And that's beautiful. And it still is spiritually based. And, I was trying to figure out, how do you say the name? Because I know like Beau could be Beaux. And so I was like, all right, it's with a G. So it must be like a go.
Well, just like go. Yeah.
Yeah. But the D-I-A-N threw me off. And when you told me it's Dan, like Geauxdian. And I'm like, okay, I get it. And I think that's beautiful. I love it when a family name, that's legacy right there, can be interwoven into something that you're doing. That's beautiful. But I'm just, I don't think a lot of people recognize that the naming a business can be an obstacle. So how long would you say it took you? Oh, wait, before you go out, I want to make sure I welcome everyone in. And thank you so much, Vern, for welcoming them in. I see You Can Talk Your Way to Healthier Relationships is in the building. Scylla's Mukbang is in the building. Thank you all for being here.
Scylla's all the way from Amsterdam. I love her.
Welcome. So how long would you say it took for you to get the name together? Because that is important.
Well, the name, I'm gonna say it probably took us about I know it was over a month just on the name. We was going back and forth, and then he, like, of course he gonna call his grandma, and then he asking on the people, and I'm like, son, I don't like that. So we just kept going until we finally came to the position, because we're like, okay, because it was like, remember I kept saying we trying to be ready to have it start September 1st. We was still September 1st with no name.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just like, yes, but it was right after, because he had started a whole YouTube page with not YouTube, Instagram page and all that with another name. And he like, Mama, we are ready. I say, I know that, because you have to have build up before you just come out in expectation, and put things out so people can be excited and all that to have it. So I'm like, son, at some point we got to figure out what, we gotta, and so it finally came through, and I prayed. I said, look, God, you gotta give us, because this just gonna be no name stuff. That's all. That's gonna be the name, no name.
Right.
Get ahead, right?
That can stump.
Until we figure this out.
The name and pricing are two things that will stump a new business. So the reason why I entitled this particular live, Starting a Business in the Midst of a Storm, is because we are still in a storm, basically, as a nation, as a world. And some people get paralyzed and they pause and they figure, oh, I had all these things that I wanted to do, but I got to go on the shelf because of what's going on in the country. Or, they just don't allow their minds to explore and see things in different ways. And so how did you keep moving in the midst of this storm and still start your business?
Well, in the midst of it, in the beginning, it was kind of hard, because I think everybody do know that me, Lee, and my husband actually, had the COVID. So once after we had it, And we sat down and got back to the drawing board. And I'm like, okay, God, like I'm not scared because I know who I serve. But it's like I don't feel comfortable with having to go and keep, being at work and doing this. Now I ain't crazy, and I'm not gonna just quit my job because I like stuff too much. But I'm like, God, can I at least start something? So not saying, I know it's not gonna happen overnight because you got to put in more in the beginning than you get out. So I'm like, okay, so, walk us through this, show us what to do. But we had been wanting to do head wraps. That was one of the things I know I wanted to do, before we even was going through the pandemic, because everybody would always say, Momma Dell, where you get your wraps? Momma Dell, where you get? And I would find them, sporadically, different places, or when I go out of town, or when I go in certain hair stores, or if I go in, an African store, stuff like that. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I need to, because a lot of people ask. And I was like, well, maybe I just need to go ahead on and do what I know I need to do and start. And so we sat down, we made a plan. And so what we did was, all the time me and Dell have been on YouTube, we have not spent a dime of it. All the super chat, all the everything, we just let it build up. We didn't spend anything. So when it came to the point of, okay, this is what we have, this is how much we have, and I'm thinking, we can do it. And so that was our mindset, that, okay, we know we got to get scales, we know we got to get, Shopify, we know we got to have, a logo. And the big help for me is the leader is already, he's architecture. So when he's been, graduated from peer review with masters, magna cum laude, all of that. So he does websites. So he does. So I'm blessed, and I thank God for it.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
It was okay. He just had to put the vision forward, and we go with it. And he already knew, because once he came up with the logo, the design, he came and he brought it, and I'm like, oh, I have my fleur-de-lis in it. And everybody think I just like fleur-de-lis because of the Saints, which I am a Saints fan, but I like fleur-de-lis because of what they mean, also what they represent. They was brought to America by the French Army, and it was on their uniforms. And the reason why they put them on there is that it stood for, morals, like morality. They had values. They had, strength. It means all these different things. And so some people be like, oh, it's just because it's saying. No, it's meaning behind the sign. Absolutely. Also. So, yeah, of course I had them everywhere. So when I saw he did the logo and stuff and all that, it's like, okay, because we, like you say, we feed off of each other. And a lot of things we can sit there, or I could tell him something and he can bring it forth. So that's the blessing that I have, and I thank God for that. Absolutely. So yeah.
And I noticed the fleur-de-lis on the black part of your logo. And
yes,
22 years ago, I was in the Baptist hospital in New Orleans. That's where I had my son. My husband actually was a New Orleans Saint. And so my son was born. 2 days later, we were in the Superdome, bunkered down, because Hurricane George was coming through. But fleur-de-lis is a very popular symbol, not just for the Saints at all. It's so much more than that. Like you said, that's history, you guys. You hear that? You dropping knowledge on business and history. I love it. There's so many great people in the live. Manage My Success is another great person. I had her on my live in the past, and she is really knowledgeable about business as well. And she does a lot in business with her son as well. So that mother-son thing is something special.
Yeah, now, it is.
It really is. And daughters too. I have 2 daughters that I love just as much, but I wanted to ask you, because
I say mine, I just not all of them, but my twins.
So how many kids do you have? On top of building a business in the midst of the storm, you, your husband, and your son came down with C-19.
Yes.
So you are a wife, you are a mother, but you're not just a mother of a son. How many children do you have all in total?
All together between me and my husband, we have 11 kids and 16 grandchildren.
God bless you and your household. Absolutely. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's the circle of life.
It was really, really hard trying to, because he has it, I have it, and most of all the other ones, they're grown. But our baby, which is me and he is together, which is virtuous. Everybody always hear about virtuous. She is like, we still had her, we still had the twins, and we still have my other son who's 18, still here in the house. All our other kids, in their own house with their husbands and wives and babies and stuff like that. But yeah, so it's trying and it's hard, because if you a wife and your husband's sick, you can take care of them. But if you the husband and your wife sick, you can take care of her. We was no good to each other.
Oh my goodness. That is remarkable. So everyone out there is no excuse. Okay. If she can still develop her business in the midst of all of this that's going on, plus contracting it and being that mother, being that wife, and just trying to be the best she can be, there's no excuse for any of us. How did you get the strength to continue to move forward? And also what you did using like your super chat funds, the money that you make on YouTube, that's OPM, other people's money. That's the best way to grow a business, is not to necessarily going into your personal stash, but to, have another stream that can afford you in that business. So that was brilliant on your part. So in terms of the styles, because first of all, the material, and I had seen you do a tutorial, and I saw Sister Fifi Tyson do a tutorial, which is hilarious. But you know what I love about Sister Fifi's tutorial? It showed that even if you are a novice, you can do these head wraps. You can absolutely wear it.
People think it's hard, but I'm telling you, once you start playing with them, you can't go wrong. I don't care how you tie it. It doesn't matter. And people be thinking, but I can't do it. I'm like, you're not even trying. And now let's look at Sister Fifi. I said, you sitting there playing, which was hilarious in the live, but you done figured it out.
It did. And she had 3 different styles that were fly. They were really nice styles. But the material looks so rich. It looks so just a beautiful, heavy quality, great quality. Where did you go? How'd you find the material?
That's your next thing. Trying to get samples from, Ghana, trying to get samples from another country, from other, other places, trying to see which one is the best, because all of them, some of them are thinner, some of them are thicker, and you can tell, because I brought them before from other people. So I know the difference in them. Now, they be some beautiful patterns, but they'll still last, but it's just a difference in the texture and in the quality. It's just like your sheets for your bed. Some people be like, oh, that's too much money for sheets. That's too much. What you need 700, 800,000 count for? But once they get on them sheets and they feel the sheets, then it's like, oh,
you see the difference.
Okay, I've been on this 200 count, Lord. Oh, you're wondering why you got to buy sheets every other month, because you ain't buying. But I'm saying, so yeah, so that was another process too, getting samples and stuff like that, trying to figure out, and because you anybody who's starting a business, whatever the case may be, whatever it is, you have to put in that time, and you have to search, and you have to make sure it's presentable, because you don't want to just be giving people anything. No. And then I had to say, okay, now I'm not trying to get no material neither where y'all got to pay $100 for a whole set, because some people are like that. Like, you get a mask and a wrap, and sometimes it be $100, but then you have the people that want to give you that price, but it's nowhere near the quality.
Exactly.
So that was my next factor, like trying to keep it, level field for everybody to be able to afford them and get one. Because
Yeah.
some people, just their mask is $25. Just the
Mm-hmm.
mask itself.
Yeah. And that's the thing.
So
In business, you have to always step out right the first time. Because if you step out just to step out, because you just want to get anything out just to have your product, and if your quality is not good, that's now your brand. And
yeah.
even if you do up your game, level up and get better quality down the road, people will always remember your first set.
The first
And
what you
so
sent me, I'm not buying that no more. Well,
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So you really want to go out and do it right the first time. It may take you a little longer to launch. It may cost a little bit more at first, but it's well worth it in the end because that's your brand. And I see some more people are in the building. I want to say hello. I see Dynamic Jovi. Hello. Welcome to the live. Zaya Rose is in the building. Welcome. Welcome. Let's see.
Welcome, y'all.
Yeah, thank you all for being here. I see they're having some really good conversations. They're saying hello to one another. And let's see. Oh, thank you, Vern, for reminding them. Thank you. Please, everyone, please remember to give the live a thumbs up.
Yeah.
And Phyllis is saying, whoa, Momma Dell, yes, beautiful. Yes, beautiful. So I remember seeing you wear your head wraps, and I'm, like, wow, like that's your style. That's how you do. And they look dynamic on you. And actually they look beautiful on everyone. But
They do.
How did you say? Because, some people, they love jewelry. Some people love clothing, shoes. My daughter loves sneakers, so she's a sneaker plug. Like, people love different things and they make a business out of it. How did you decide? How did you say to yourself, you know what? I'm going to create a business out of this. Where did that come from?
Well, where that came from was when people start, when you have people that surround you and start pouring into you, and you start saying, okay, I think, I want to help other people find this. I want to do this with other people, or I want something to call my own, like something where even if it don't get big, in which I'm not, not speaking that, but even in the midst of, I still put myself forward and I still try. So how I got the mindset was okay. Me and leader, like my husband, first of all, he was like, okay, baby, yeah, you can do it, because my husband has his own business.
Okay.
So it's like I have a good prime example, how to get paperwork done, getting your tax papers, then LLC, if you're gonna be LLC, if you're gonna be sole proprietor, because you have to look at all that too. And I did, and so in doing all of that process, it's like, okay, I know sometimes that might discourage people because you think you can't do it or you don't want to learn it. But just like we use YouTube for everything else, watch the videos. People tell you stuff. People show you stuff. You can learn stuff. So in the midst of me doing that, it was like, okay, I know I can do this. I know at this point I can do it, because I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to keep being scared. I'm not going to be saying, oh, great is he that is in me than, him that is in the world and all this and stuff. But I'm still just sitting here not doing what I know I need to be doing. So that's what I put in myself. I said, leader, would you? And he's like, well, mama, it's yeah, we can do this. So between him and between my husband and me, it was like, okay, we can step forward. We can, like I said, we can do it. And then I think for a lot of us, because of this, we was able to sit still, because I just started going back into work. So you're sitting home. We was, everybody was sitting home. And I think that's why a lot of businesses started, because you have that time to sit and put in. Whereas day to day, you going 24/7, 24/7, 24/7. And sometimes that people don't even be realizing that when you don't sit down and you don't focus, or you don't sit and meditate, and because the devil will have you like that too. He will keep you busy, so you never get to your dream, so you never start your business, so you never be what you was called to be. So it's like, okay, God, I'm sitting here, let's look at this and let's look at that. And so then that's when you start looking, and you start putting yourself in a position to where, okay, I need to learn this, I need to learn that, I need to figure out what this is, I need to know, because like when I was talking to, like, for instance, I'm gonna say, like, when I was talking to Adrian, because he called about website stuff, and so I said, okay,
Adrian
I'll tell
you.
yeah,
Adrian
I said
you.
yeah, I said, I'll tell, I said, so, call Lee Dell. I'm going to get you, call Lee Dell. I said, so he can help you with that part. I said, because Momma Dell can't help you. I said, but I can't tell you what you get. And he was like, oh, Momma Dell, I didn't know that. I said, yes. I said, so you don't have to be going into the post office. You get your scale. You get your printer. Once you have your printer, you get your Shopify where you automatically put it in. It pushes out your out your postage for you. You weigh it, you put it in, it's going to tell you how much it is. You were able to buy it and all of that. Now, me, I like to even go in and make sure, because you can just drop it off. But because they don't scan it or anything like that. So every day since we've been open, I go to the post office and stand in that long line and let it be in, because now I'm covered. So if something do happen to my people stuff, oh, okay, I'll rescind it, but I got insurance on it. Right. Because some people don't know that. Some people, they take their product and they be like, oh, okay, because I have all this set up at my house, let me just put it in the box. But they don't scan that stuff. Yeah. So it's like, no, you take and stand that line. Yeah, you take and stand in that line, because once they give you that receipt with all the tracking, they can't say it was not in their care. They don't know what happened to it. We can't find it. You didn't drop it off here. So yes, do stuff where you also can back your stuff up, because you're paying them a price for your mail to get sent, and you're paying them for it to be insured. But don't just go dropping your stuff off. Make sure you turn it in, because then they can't say, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. That ain't. And plus, my mom work at the post office, so I hear horror stories all the time. Yeah. Yeah.
Because quicker is not always better. So when you are in business, take that extra step for your clients, for your customers. And trust me, they will appreciate it, and it will pay off in the long run. Because when people can get their items safely and securely and get their items, just period, they appreciate that. And, there was something that you were saying about during this time, and, having that extra time to be able to craft it. And, that's what I'm talking about, building a business in the midst of the storm. Right now, there should be so many home-based businesses just busting out the seams. And that's why I've been talking about home-based businesses a lot more, and letting people know the importance of multiple streams of income, because you're absolutely right. During this time is the time where you have the opportunity to focus, to really assess what's going on, because when you're going outside to go to work, it's a grind, and it's really hard to focus. But if you already have your focal point in place, you're able to just maintain it and build upon it if you do have to go back outside to go to work. So I applaud you for putting it all together, for realizing, you know what, this is part of who I am. This is a ministry, because you're giving people beautiful things that, is making them feel good about themselves. You're giving them quality.
And they all been prayed over too.
See, and you're leaving a legacy. And this is something in the future your children can get into. But my thing is, I don't know if I would have had the wherewithal, because, your business is not my business. And that's the thing. There's room at the table for everybody. I don't know if I would have had the wherewithal to research another country like Ghana or wherever to figure out the materials. Like, so do you get them in bulk? Like, how does that whole situation work?
So they send you samples. So we had like 4 or 5 different places send us samples. So then you can see which one has good quality, which one may be bad quality, which one it look like the materials could start to fade, because they do that. So you once you get it and you look at it and you feel it, it's a difference. And I can't really explain it, but it's to the touch. That's just like me with people be like, what in the world, like me? Because I'm from New Orleans. So when it comes to seafood, I can tell the difference. People be like, what are you talking about? I'm like, don't y'all give me that. This is frozen crawfish. They be like, Mama Dell, I said, no, 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 no. I'm telling y'all that no, that's even with shrimp. My friend be laughing at me because it's a certain kind of like the farm raised and all that stuff, and you can taste the difference. But you get them good old shrimp that got the head on it, and you got the peel and the vein yourself. That's real shrimp, baby. Y'all don't know that. Y'all been eating that bag stuff, frozen. Out somebody's farm.
Mama Dell, nobody wants to devein their own shrimp. That's the thing. See, there we go. It's easy, but that don't mean it's better.
That don't mean it's better. So you have to put the mindset, and you put yourself in your consumer shoes. Yes. Once you put yourself in your consumer shoes, where where you believe, okay, this is what I would want if it was me, not just, oh, I'm just trying to make money and I'm gonna sell this and give it to them, and then a month down the line, your hair wrap, toe up, split up, then you can't do nothing with it. No, so you check. You do have to check, and sometimes you can't go with the first thing, or sometimes you can't just say, oh, okay, well, I can cut a corner here or I can cut a corner there, especially not starting. Like you said earlier, especially not starting, because sometimes your first impression is your best or your last. It can be the last or it can be the first. Because if people, so that's what a lot of people say, once they get them, like, oh, they like this good material too, and it's very, like you say, it's vibrant. So then that's your next thing. Was starting out, it was like, oh my God. Then you see so many, and it's like, oh, I want that one. Wait, no, I want that one. Well, but you have to sit there and you have to level it out. And it's like, okay, how many? Because at first, Lita was like, well, let's do this many bonnets, let's do this many hair wraps, and I'm like, no, let's do. So we did more hair wraps than we did bonnets, and so that was another factor too about what all. And then for us, it was like, it's a starting point. So at a starting point, we gonna try with this. So we had 6 wraps and 4 bonnet sets.
Wait, I'm gonna pause you right there because I want to go into what your product line is, because you have a unique product line as well, especially for being a new business. All right, I just want to pause you right there. I want to say hello to some people that just walked into the building, and I Am Content is in the building, and she is saying that she bought one of your head wraps, and the material is excellent quality.
Yeah, she got this one. She got victory.
I see. Let's see.
Hey, Eat with Miss P. I see Eat with Miss P. Came in.
He's Belize is in the building. I want to go back up and catch her. I see, of course, Vern's Junk Closet. And Burnell Livingston, Edward Smart is still rocking with us. You Can Talk Your Way to Healthier Relationships is still in the building. And I Am Content, Green Fam 20. Thank you for being here. Hello, Coach in chat, Momma Dell. They're saying hello. And I'm going to be putting a lot of your comments up, because this conversation, I really hope you have your pen and paper and are capturing these nuggets that Momma Dell is dropping today on business and how she started her business in the midst of the storm. And let's see who else. Zaya Rose is still in the building. Thea Bunch, hello. Eating with me. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all. You could have been anywhere on a Friday evening, and you said, you know what? I'm going to check out Real Talk with Coach Sherry. And my special guest, Momma Dell, and she is talking about Geauxdian.com, her business that she developed in the midst of the storm. Welcome to the Sela show. Is in the Sela channel.
Hey,
hello. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much. So I wanted to also take a pause for the cause, because I do have a great sponsor for my Friday night lives, and it is Creative Minds Create. And they are the best gifts that are created because they are personalized and customized. They are wonderful gifts that you can give to a loved one. And when you give them that gift, it is something that they would cherish. That gift for that person who is hard to buy for, that gift for that person who can buy anything that they want and always say, oh, I don't want anything, I don't need anything. But a beautiful necklace or bracelet with a family photo with a precious moment is something that they will love and cherish forever. The holidays are upon us, birthdays are coming up, anniversaries, babies are being born every day, and a new mother would love a photo of her newborn on a necklace or a bracelet. So I really invite you to check out their website, and they are Creative Minds Create. And I am here today, and my special guest is Momma Dell, and y'all know her with her son. They have Picky Dell is their YouTube channel. And if one of my mods could please drop Momma Dell's site, I think I see it here. Okay, thank you. Which is Picky Dell. I highly recommend that you go to their YouTube channel. Before we get into all your product line, tell us a little bit about your channel, Picky Dell, the channel, the YouTube channel.
Picky Dell, the YouTube channel, if you haven't visited, it's me and Lee Dell, and we do mukbangs most of the time. Sometimes we haven't done a skit in a long time. The last time we did a skit, I think it was, no. We've done two. We've done Lizzo and 6ix9ine. That was in October, like our Halloween thing. And then we did Madea and Hattie Comes to Dinner for Easter, which a lot of people like. But yeah, besides that, and we do lives where we have game nights and stuff. And we also, I get gifts, and then I believe in like Coach Sherry is saying, I believe in helping others and investing in small businesses and people of color. So whoever has something, I sometimes, like I say, I win the stuff, but then sometimes I actually go back, or they send me stuff, but I still go back and I still support, because that's what all of us need. And that's what I stress too, that if we all would support each other, and like we say, it's enough out here for everybody. So that's the thing. But on our channel, that's what we do, and we manage to make people laugh, because me and Lee, that little mess. Yeah. But I admit to my crazy. I tell people that all the time. I admit to my crazy.
It's all love, though. It's all love, and it and your channel just exudes love. So that's all good. Yes.
Oh, and we do challenges, crazy challenges. Yes, Lord.
Yes. Yes, you do. So I wanted to go into your product line. So you have the head wraps, and then of course, in the times that we're in, face masks are becoming a thing. So at what point did you say, you know what, I want to incorporate face masks too? How did that happen?
Well, it happened once this came out, and what happened was, remember, they didn't have like no masks. And everybody was going crazy because they was buying up all the tissue. They brought up all the masks. They brought up all everything. So we around here having to try to make our own masks. And so I'm like, okay, well, if I can make my own mask, I can make it. Because it's like, people be like, you just always got to be cute. That's your doggone problem. Because it's like, they ugly. Like, some of them ugly. Like, I don't have a problem with wearing it, but I don't want to be looking like no surgeon. And can I just be cute with my
like a surgeon, exactly.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, so at first I found an African print skirt. And so I took the skirt and made it a head wrap, and then I made the mask.
Okay, that's creative.
And then I started searching other places, and so I ordered some, from other people, and so that's how I came up with the concept. Because at first he was like, you couldn't find none nowhere, so that's what I did. I took the skirt, made a head wrap, and then made the actual mask. So I was like, okay, yes, this is better, because just having to be walking around with something I'm like, and then you see everybody else, some people get them personalized, with their name or their logo. We have, because like a lot of YouTubers, they have theirs on, they YouTube name and stuff and all that on them. So it was just, okay, I wanted to be different and I wanted to match. And I, and then I think it to me, it looks cute. To me, like I said, I like it. Because I like when I could be gone or something and it's like, people be like, oh, wait, you got the mask that match your earrings, the mask that match your wrap. I'm like, yeah. Because I just don't like to be, my daddy used to tell me, he said, one time I remember he told me, go take the trash out. And I said, okay, I'm going to take it out. So before I took out the trash, I had to go put on, because I had on, I think, night pants. I had to go put on some pants. I went put on some shirt. I called my, he said, well, who you going to take the trash?
Right. Where are you taking the trash? Is there a
golden prince or somebody outside? Because dang, girl, all you going to do is take the trash out. So I've always been like that. And my mama, she be like, I don't know where she get it from, because she ain't get it from me. Because my mama told the opposite. My mama just is, nothing wrong with being plain, but my mama, she just,
So you have the head wrap, you have the mask, you have the bonnet. What else is in your line?
That's all we have for now. The mask, the bonnet, and earrings and head wraps.
Okay.
So, and mine come with filters. So, like, say this one right here. Like, let me show you. Oh, here. So this one right here that I'm pulling out is Blessed. This one is called Blessed. So of course you get your earrings.
Okay. Do you make the earrings too?
No, they come like that.
Oh, really?
I don't have to make them. And then you have so you have your mask. And then that's your inside.
Can you hold one of the earrings up in the mask at the same time so we could just see that? Because I think that's so cute. Look at that. Okay.
So that's the mask. That's the earring. And then, of course, all of the masks that we sell, you have your filter. And so then you also get the filter, which you put, in the inside. Okay. So that helps filter out, most stuff. And some people don't like it, but the thicker the mask, the more protected you are. So little, because I see a lot of people wear them little blue masks. They don't work. You might as well not wear no mask. Yeah. Because stuff still. So that's why we made sure I wanted it to make sure that people are protected. So your filters in there. And like I say, the thicker the better. And then of course this one of the bonnet sets. Oh, okay. So let me see that. Bonnet. Yeah, that's the bonnet. So that's Blessed. Like
Can I see the other side of it? Can you like
the inside? Yeah, I'm about to open it. So and then they got it's made satin in the inside for us. And then of course that's the logo.
Okay, so I need you to stop right there. You guys, the inside of her bonnets are satin. The inside of her bonnets are satin. And they're beautifully designed on the outside. This is so awesome. Okay.
So that's that one. And then, of course, the head wraps are not silk satin line, but I've been looking into that to try to see. But this is one.
I never saw a wrap. Do they make wraps with satin lining?
I think I've seen one. Okay. But even if you don't have one inside your bonnet, what you can do is buy the inside your head wrap. When you go to wrap your hair up, you can put the satin bonnet. You know how you buy satin bonnet and just put it on under that if you like. But and so this is another set. So this is Mercy. Yeah, this one called Mercy. And that's the earrings to go with it.
Does it automatically, is it all a set, or can you buy different pieces? Like
we did. That was the next thing. Should we break them up, or should we just? So we went with it all comes together. We didn't break them up. But in the future we probably will, because I know the pandemic is not gonna last forever. Lord God knows it better not. But yeah, then at that point we probably split. Well, we won't even need masses, so it just will probably be head wraps and earrings and other stuff, because there are other things we want to sell, just not
Okay.
head wraps and bonnets and masks and earrings. So yeah, and then the head wraps, they are.
You guys,
They are
wait, stop right there and tell them. Just, I mean, I know this is on video, but I know for me, I could see the quality through the video of this material. This is dynamic. Okay.
So that's that. So it's pretty long.
Mm-hmm.
So
how long would you say it is?
I think this one is about 70 something inches long.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's pretty long. I can't put it all in the camera, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's long. It's long. So yeah.
And
so
the
some
one that
people, they take them.
The one that you have your hair tied, the one you have your hair tied up with, is it the same length of the one that you're showing us now?
Yeah, all of them the same length. All of them.
Mm-hmm.
This one that I have on, is Victory. They're all the same length, but Victory is sold out.
Okay.
So yes, somebody brought the last Victory today.
Vernell, in the chat, Vernell Livingston says, Momma Dell, you can make so many head wraps on a certain pattern and then put them limited edition to see which ones is your classic and which one people want more of, as well as new ones that are coming out.
Yeah, so that's what we did. That's why the Triumph, the first night, it was gone. So we know we have to get them back in. Like it, the one we went live, because how we did it was we wanted everybody to experience, with us. So we went live, and at 8 o'clock we launched in the live. Everybody who was in there, and then they went to the store, purchase and things and so forth. So it's like good to capture that and to show other people. And so then we'll be coming out with like a behind the scenes series. Mm-hmm. Like Lita will show like maybe, like some of the stuff, how you had to set up, how you can how you can make your own thank you cards and stickers and stuff. So like you can buy Avery brand. I don't know where all is sold at, but we just ordered it off of Amazon. And once you order it,
they're sold at Staples. Huh? They're sold at Staples, and I think Walmart might carry them too.
I think so, but I know, like I said, we got off of Amazon, and so when you get that, it comes already set for you to use. So what I mean is you download their app, you put in the number. Once you put the number in of the product that you bought from them, it automatically puts it on there. Okay. On like the stickers and stuff. It automatically puts it on there. So it prints out just the way you want it, because it's set up with their stuff. Avery. So once you put the code in on a thing and you put your logo or you make your thank you cards or whatever, it does it all. It does it for you once you lock it in with their brand. And I
love it. So I wanted to say, because Vernell also was saying that how the satin is good for your hair, long or short. It helps prevent breakage. And I know in bonnets in particular, because some women may decide, I'm gonna sleep in this bonnet. I woke up cute. I'm gonna go to bed cute. I'm gonna be cute all day with my wrap on, and then I'm gonna put my bonnet on when I get in the house. So you are covered, and that is so true. And as Belize says, it is a great idea to have the silk interior prevent breakage and retains the oils in your hair. Yes, absolutely. And I want to make sure I'm capturing some things. Wow, so this mukbang is saying, whoa, there's bunch. I need some of those for this coming winter. I know it's going to be cold too. Yes, keeping your head wrapped in some form or fashion always going to be helpful. Yes, Vern is saying, wow, the satin is awesome. Yeah, and Dia's bunch is saying, oh, that's pretty. It is beautiful. So how many, and Dia's bunch is also saying, oh man, it comes with a filter too. I didn't know that. Yes,
Yes, it
not
comes
all
with a
face
filter.
masks come with filters, that's for sure. So
No,
that's
they don't.
thinking of your customers. That's you thinking of your clients, and so that's a thank you, absolutely.
Yes.
Wow. Wheezy is in the building saying hi to me. Hi, Wheezy. How are you? And welcome to Selah is saying channel is saying the mask and head wraps are a statement. They are, those
Mhm.
are a statement. Very beautiful. How many different patterns do you have?
We have 9. So we have virtuous, which is virtuous is the only one that we got in 2. I don't know if we did that one on mistake or not. I don't know. No, I know what happened. Liddell say when we went into order, they didn't have that one, so he put it down as a bonnet. So we have virtuous in the bonnet and in the head wrap, but then all the other ones are different. Then you have Grace, which is
I love the
do I
names.
have Grace up here? No, I don't have Grace up here. We have Grace. Like I say, this one, which is Victory, sold out. Triumphant is sold out. Like I say, that was Blessed. This one was Mercy. And then this one
Oh, let me move
is
this so I can see.
Hope. If you could, that's Hope. This one right here.
Okay.
And then this one is Favor right here. This bonnet fit.
Beautiful.
So yeah, so we had 9. Like I say, Virtuous, Hope, Triumphant, Royal. Royal sold out 2 days after.
Wow.
Yeah, because it
That's
was a purple. And everybody liked it, that Royal and then Triumphant. So yeah, so it's Royal, Triumphant, Favor, Blessed, Victory, Grace, Virtuous, Hope, and what was that last one? Grace, Favor, Victory, Hope, Virtuous, Blessed. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the last
The
one.
names
Blessed.
are the names are beautiful. You know, I mean, that's what you are when you're wearing those things. I mean, that's what you are when you're not as well. But I just think that just
Yes.
puts an extra layer on it for you. Those are beautiful names. I
Yes.
see Brunel is saying, have you looked into selling your wraps with people who have alopecia and cancer? There's a juvenile organization that she's saying that would be possible.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that because no, I didn't, Vernell, but I will look into that because that's was the next thing we wanted to do to see because to get yourself out there. Like I know, we do the YouTube and stuff like that, but that's what I've been the next step is to like do things like that to help kids and stuff or women and stuff that's suffering stuff and also like pop up shows and stuff like that. Like
Yes.
that kind of stuff to
Pop-up shows would be
get
awesome.
yourself out there, to get your brand out there, because you can't just think you can put something up and people just gonna come. No, it don't work like that.
No,
It don't work
absolutely
like
not.
that. Yeah, and you have to be your own billboard. So so every day I have to put on the mask and the hair wrap. And kid you not, every time I'm out, somebody be like, "What you got?" And I be like, "Here go my card." So yes.
That's awesome. I mean, okay, so I have one more question and I'm going to go back to the chat, but what type of research did you do? I know that you had to research the materials, but did you research other businesses that were doing it as well? Was that part of your research?
Yes, you go and you look at other people who may have started it, and then you go and see, because some people put up their experience, what they went through, how they set it up, the back, all of that stuff. So you just research everything, because like I say, it's out there. So that's why we were saying we was gonna do the behind the scenes thing. So because you don't just look at one person, we all know that. When I'm looking up for a wig or something, I look at 4-5 different people doing reviews and stuff and all that, so it can help someone else in doing what you're doing, because sometimes a lot of people don't want to, give people information. Some people don't. But then I don't. Some people be like, okay, well, I had to find it. You need to find it yourself. But
Right.
it
That's
shouldn't
how
be
you
like
block
that.
your blessings at the end of the day, though.
Yes, you
It
shouldn't
really
be
is.
like that.
No, there's room at the table for everyone. And it is so important to do your due diligence and research and reach out to people that are doing that business. Yeah, just like Momma Dell said, there'll be people that might not want to share, but just as many people that don't, it'll be double that do. And ask them questions. How do they do it? Where do they start? Just you have to be open to ask questions and remember the responses that you receive, because when you get where you need to be, somebody's going to probably reach out to you and you want to keep
Yeah.
giving back. Absolutely. Yeah. And also with people going through chemotherapy, Momma Dell, especially with the weather changing, I think that these will be amazing items to just like help women and men. Well, men really wouldn't wear the wrap that way, but they can wrap their hair in their heads. But
Because I see some, I think it's some foreigners, like they use them and do like the men like turban.
Turban.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it when you're going through anything, trials, tribulations. For instance, I have a one of my line sisters, her and her daughter, they deliver menstruation products to women and young girls every single solitary day, like 180 a week. Period poverty is real. And they dress up when they go. They dress up like Walt Disney type things, like Mickey Mouse ears, like really
Like the
fun, happy,
character stuff. Yeah.
colorful. Yeah, and they said because what they were doing was so depressing to them and for the people they were serving, they wanted to bring some brightness and for themselves. So if a person is going through a illness, some trauma or whatever, sometimes it can be this splash of color, which is a wrap, a beautiful face mask, a bonnet that can, bring so much joy to them just by looking at it. And so this is a beautiful thing that you have as a business. And I know I am very proud of you, your son, your husband for putting this all together. This legacy is amazing. I see so many people are coming into the building. I see Panama City. I just connected with Panama City and I'm so happy to see you here. Limitless by Lenore is in the building, over 50 and fantabulous. She is wonderful, a great supporter. And she's saying, please support Coach Sherry with a thank you for being a oh, thank you as well, everyone. I am Tracy Lee. She said, amen. Research and networking is your friend. I'm trying to tell you, if you're going into business, first of all, the will has already been done. So you're just putting another twist in the thread on that wheel. So reach out to people, be open, communicate. Don't try to do it on your own. You don't have to. There's so many people, but you have to put yourself out there. I see that I Believe is saying, I enjoyed the live. I will be visiting the website for sure. Love what you are doing, Queen. Such creativity. Absolutely. Isn't it beautiful? She's doing.
Thank you.
This is inspirational, motivational, I'm sure, for many. And I knew it would be. And that's why I invited you on, because now more than any time, we all need to be motivated and inspired. And one great way is to look around you and see who's doing something. It may not be the type of business you want, but she's doing business. And, it's all transferable. So you too can see what you love. What do people compliment you on wearing, on doing, and see how you can create that into a business. Absolutely. I see people are speaking. I am Tracy Lee is saying, thanks for the warm welcome, Queen, at Vern's Junk Closet. Good to be here, sis. Yes, Vern is an amazing mod. She is an amazing supporter of other YouTube channels, right? Isn't she? She gives so many great tips and information. Vern, if you can drop your link in the chat as well, I highly recommend, if you don't have Vern already, to grab her up. If you do not have Picky Dell already, grab her and her son up. And if you don't have each other in the chat, everyone in here is amazing. You can talk your way to better, healthier relationships. She gives some marvelous tips with, mental health and just having better conversations. Vernell Livingston is a supporter. She doesn't yet have a YouTube channel, but she's probably in the near future going to start one. But she's a great
Okay.
supporter. But everyone in here is wonderful. Over 50 and Fantabulous does a lot of great things. She does scripture, and just, you know, seeing her cook her meals, she's a wonderful, positive being as well, very supportive. So everyone in the chat is great. So I highly recommend you capture their names, capture it while you're capturing these nuggets. And while I have this chat and while we're still having this conversation, can everyone in the chat just drop what state or country you are tuning in from? Because I think that's so wonderful too. You know, when I was looking at your website and seeing people from all over the country, Denver and, you know, places all over, I'm like, wow, look at all these clients that you have. So I see Extra Step CEO is in the building as well. Welcome, welcome.
And she's one that I watch too. Extra
Step CEO.
Step CEO. Yes, when she go in the dollar store and do stuff and show you how you can refill it and do this and all that. Yeah, I've watched some of her videos too.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if everyone could put in the chat what city, well, what state or country that you are tuning in from. So Momma Dell, with people, some people still might be on the fence on starting their own business, you know. What advice would you give to anybody that's new in business? Something that you wish someone would have told you? Because even though you may have done research and everything, there's still going to be those things that come up that you're like, Dad, why didn't somebody say this? You know what I'm saying? So what would you say?
What I would tell people is don't go into it thinking you can't. And also, never think that the people who you support, because this can happen too, because I know they are going to come back and support you. And so what I tell people is, like I was saying the other night, you do whatever you do for someone, not expecting anything back in return. Because I say that to tell people this, because if you get and think, you know, that, oh, they didn't do this, oh, nobody brought that, they didn't, you can put yourself into a state of, okay, why me? Are you feeling like, you know, the victim instead of the victor? But just keep moving forward. I mean, because he'll bring people, but you also have to work it though. You have to work it. You can't think you just could put something up there or give people any old thing. But that's what I would tell someone. And whatever you do it. Do stuff that you love, not just to make money, because the money might not always come in. So that's what I would say.
That's great advice. Absolutely. I call that, in life, we always get tackled. And when we get tackled, some people just lay there and say, it is what it is. You know, what yard am I on? But I say, if you get tackled, you want to be that type of person that keep your feet moving, keep stretching out your arms, keep going for that extra inch, because you just might get it. If you just lay there, you're not going to get it, but you have to keep on moving in some kind of way. Absolutely. And I Am Content is saying, that's so true, Momma Dell. That's a business rule and a life rule. Absolutely. Yes, everyone is definitely agreeing with what you're saying. All right. So I
saw Bernal. I forgot. I wanted to answer, but no, Bernal Johnson Livingston was asking, do we have kids? No, we don't, but we are trying to look into that for kids. Head wraps for the kids. So to answer the question.
And I see we have Florida. The state of Florida is represented, Texas, New York City. Let's see, California. I love this. All right, we have people all over. Yes, excellent advice, Momma Dell, for sure. So I do these red card questions, Momma Dell, and I'm going to Red Table Talk cards. I don't know if you're familiar with Jada Pinkett Smith's Red Table Talk.
Okay. Now I didn't know they had cards for the Red Table Talk.
Yeah. My one of my daughters had recommended it to me. She was like, Mom, we should.
Oh, okay.
I guess I'm right here. Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So there's a variety and they have questions on the back. And if you were here, I would just have you pick one, but you are not. So I'm just going to pick one. All right. So this question is saying, how can I add 1% more happiness to your life?
Wait, how can I? You?
How can I, me, Coach Sherry, add more happiness to your life? Can I?
Can you add happiness to my life?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, you happy. Yeah.
See?
I don't want to see you sad. I mean, that's what I tell people. If you go through things, whatever you going through, you laugh, I want to laugh. You cry, I'm gonna cry with you. You want to go crazy, I'm gonna go crazy with you experience that together. So I'm firm believer in that. Yeah.
And you know what? I believe that from the bottom of your heart, for real, because that is the type of person Momma Dell is. If you guys don't know Picky Dell, the channel with her and her son, y'all don't even know. She is like that. She's always a very positive person coming into the building. In my comment section, she's always saying something really positive about my videos, and I appreciate that. I really do. And so for you to see me happy would help make your life 1% happier. I believe that. We have Canada. Extra Steps to CEO is in Canada, so that's great. All right, everyone. I also at this time I want you guys to put in the chat the one nugget that you're going to take away from tonight's live. What is that one thing that you heard that resonated with you? That one thing that has motivated you? The one thing that gave you that aha moment? What is that? Please put it in the chat because I really want to share it with Momma Dell because this live and her sharing all of this is not for nothing. It is for something. It is to help elevate you, to level you up, to encourage you. And I know hearing her story, seeing her on her grind, seeing her rise has encouraged me. And Momma Dell, at this time, do you have any questions for me?
No, I don't. Cause I watch you, so a lot of stuff I know. So it's not like, you like me. You're an open book. I've watched, how you talk about when you cared for your mother, and I watched how you go when you a daddy girl and daddy's girl and all that kind of stuff. So I pay attention. I watch, how you like, oh my baby, because she was playing basketball. So I don't have a lot because I do pay attention to people. I don't just say, oh, let me just skip over the video. Because I tell people that I say sometimes you don't know if you don't sit there and sometimes listen to a person, because you can look at them and you can see and you can feel certain things. So no, I don't have a question because I think I know most. Yes.
I always try to leave that open in case a guest has a question that they might want to know. I'm an open, like you said, I am an open book. That's why I put it out there. Okay, so let's see. Vernell Livingston is saying, in anything you do, take your time and do it right. Over 50 and Fantabulous is saying, do not be afraid to try. Be positive is what I'm taking away from this forum today. I love it. I am Content is saying, I am just inspired. Momma Dell inspires me to just do something. Step out of faith, try something new. I'm just inspired. That's awesome. That's what I'm talking about. You can talk your way to healthier relationships is saying keep yourself around those willing to pour into you so you can pour into others. Very inspiring. Dell. Isn't that awesome?
Yes, that's the yes. That's the main thing, because if you are around negative Nancy's, oh my God, you will.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yes, surround yourself either with people with people that are for you and people that's trying to be doing the same thing, or with people that's on the next level than
Yeah.
because they're like you just never know what you can learn or what you can grasp from somebody who has already done something, have experience in it and gain wisdom from it. So yeah, be with
Yeah.
like-minded people, because sometimes that can keep us, you know hell, that some of that stuff can hold our dreams, our thoughts, our businesses, all that hostage from a
Yes.
person. and
Yes.
and yeah, and sometimes you gotta let them go, because if you let them hold your dreams and yourself hostage, like I tell you, for me, I don't want to be like that, because I want to be, when I'm standing in front of God, I want to be able to see, I want him to say well done to
Well
me.
done.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I don't want to be standing there and I say, well, because Liddell didn't do this, and my husband, well, no, I should be all right, but I did do this. Or like the
I
man
heard
when he
they
gave them
said,
all the talents, and one man went and buried it, and no, yes, find people who don't bury their talents, okay, y'all?
absolutely.
Don't, yeah, find the people that don't bury their talents.
Don't
Find
bury it.
people that find people that are for you, find people that are with you, find people
Mhm.
that without a shadow of a doubt, not just with you though, because they gotta be honest with you too. And people will tell you that about me all the time. I can tell you stuff and be so nice, but it is what it is. Because
Right.
you don't want somebody that's just gonna always agree with you. You
No, you
need that
don't.
person to love you, to tell you, no, that's not right. Don't do that. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Yes.
No, stop.
Absolutely. And actually, over 50 and Fantabulous is saying it is wonderful to see young women in business and supporting one another. And it's so true. I grew up in a brick and mortar business that my parents owned and operated for 40 years. And growing up, I was
Mm-hmm.
on my mother's hip. And I would go with her because I was the only girl. I have two older brothers. And I would go with her to networking events and meetings and things like that. And she belonged to an organization called National Association of Black Professional Women. And you want to talk about some dynamic women in the building? And my mother's like intimate or her close friends was a small circle. She didn't
Mm-hmm.
call everybody friend. But
Yes.
she knew some really powerful people. She was about quality over quantity.
Quantity.
And so it's
Yes.
not
Yes.
about the masses, it's about the ones that are quality. And so that's
Mm-hmm.
what this is what I have been so blessed and fortunate to find here on YouTube, some really quality connections. And like everyone in
Yeah.
this chat right now is quality. I highly
Yeah.
recommend that everyone in the chat also gather up the mods that you see that are in here, because they are wonderful, and each other, and definitely Picky Dell. If you don't already have Picky Dell in the on your roster, you definitely need to get Picky Dell at this time. Because we're getting ready to close, I want to remind everyone that the sponsor for tonight's live is creativemindscreate.com. And I highly recommend that you go. Like I said before, the holidays are upon us, birthdays, anniversaries, just because, even as a sympathy gift, I've known people to receive treasured items for sympathy as a reminder of their loved one. And these
Mm-hmm.
are personalized, customized gifts that will last a lifetime. It's not one of those, oh, I'm just going to put this in the back of the drawer type of thing. No, it's something that a person would love to wear and cherish. So if you want to give a gift in that way, I highly recommend Creative Minds Create. I appreciate them for being the sponsor tonight. I hope that they can still rock with me moving forward, and any other small to mid-sized business that's looking for a YouTube channel. I know I'm not huge yet, not monetized or anything, but that's okay. I still have a valid
Coming.
message, and um, I would love to
Mm-hmm.
support their business in any way I can. So let's see. We are going to get ready to close. I want to thank everyone that came here tonight and said, you know what? I'm going to spend this Friday evening with Coach Sherry. Oh, I'm going to tell you, it's 7:21. I think you still have time to catch Pandy Hair Candy and more. Raid her live because they're doing Drop the Link. If y'all don't know what Drop the Link is, that is one of the baddest, and I mean bad meaning good, situations happening on these YouTube streets to authentically and organically connect with great people. And it's 7 different people on a team, and every day of the week they have someone doing a Drop the Link. And right now at 7 with Candy and more, and Vern's Junk Closet, you can catch her on Tuesday evening, and there's just someone every single day. So I highly recommend that you go over there. But Momma Dell, I want to thank you. I'm going to put your information up. You can catch her website at Geauxdian.com. You can catch her on Instagram, where you can see what's going on, how she's moving, what's happening. That's her Instagram account. You can definitely catch her and her son at Picky Dell. They have amazing videos. I would say ring that bell when you do go over there, because you are going to want to catch their videos. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your nuggets. Thank you for being here and being so supportive, not just to me, but every other YouTuber out there that you are connected with. I appreciate you, sister. I really do. I'm so proud of what you're doing. It is a beautiful thing. Do you have any last words you would like to share with the guests? And these are guests that are here now as well as replay.
Okay. Well, what I would like to say is y'all just take the time out and sit down and don't be so busy. Like I said in the beginning, sit down, take time out, and don't be so busy. That's what I would leave. Take the time out, sit down, don't be so busy, because then at that point you can fulfill your passion or your destiny or your calling if you just sit down and be still.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That is a great final message. Thank you. Thank you all. I would call out you all by name, but I don't want to miss anyone. And you all were just as important. I see Tracy's of Twan's Life just walked in. I'm glad that you're here. Better late than never. I appreciate you. Remember this channel, this is Coach Sherry, and this channel is about workforce development, career readiness, entrepreneurship, and real life, real issues, and real talk. You can find me live here every Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember, practice how you play. So you practice hard. So when you play, you are playing to win. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good weekend and stay safe. And thank you, Momma Dell, again.
And thank you for having me.
Absolutely.